It's my favourite day again. Illustration Workshop Day. I think they should make it a national holiday every Tuesday. Not even the whole day. How about just like 2 till 3? Make it a national holiday. Make it compulsory to take Tuesday between 2 and 3 off and join in to the illustration workshop. Yee-hee. I love it. I absolutely love it. Really enjoy it, and I like sharing it with you guys. So there we go. Get writing to your MP. Let's make that happen. Anyway, 2 p.m. British Wildlife Tales Facebook page. Be there. Have fun. And there's a giveaway of last week's drawing this week, and every week from now on. You can catch it later. And in perpetuity too. I'll get around to indexing all of the workshops at some point. Let's just move that up a little bit so I can sit back. There we go. Importantly, my workshops are full of mistakes. Wonky lines, rough colouring, squidgy circles, because it's me. I make mistakes. And so do you. And that's okay, because I think removing the fear of making mistakes is vital, isn't it? Don't you think? Especially for little ones. I've seen it halt progress. The fear of making mistakes paralyses progress and development. Now, there are situations, of course, where fear is healthy, such as the fear of getting hit by a car when crossing the road, or the fear of getting bitten by a venomous snake, all those things. I'm sure you're with me on that. But when it comes to illustrations or making decisions about whether to do something that isn't life-threatening, I would love it if we instilled confidence in children that most mistakes are rectifiable. That most consequences of making the wrong decision are actually okay. This is obviously a huge generalisation, but I think you get the gist of what I'm saying, right? Let's give our little ones the freedom to make their mistakes and to learn from them themselves. Let them try things and get them wrong, rather than telling them not to bother trying. For example, you know when you stress about your child not getting their homework in on time. What are you saying? Ashley's over there. Well, how about we just let them be late with their homework and let their teacher explain to them what the consequences are of being late with their homework? How about that? Or how about we, instead of when a child is mean to someone else, telling them off for being mean, show them what the alternative might have done. You know, being compassionate or empathetic, or instead of being mean, what the benefit of choosing that path over another is. But after the event, they've seen the consequences then. We should all be making our mistakes at the start of our lives. I heard this being said in the last few days, and it just sort of inspired me to sort of share it with you guys. But, we've got all the time in the world, barring illness and some sort of untimely passing. We've got all the time in the world. We've got 90 years possibly. Why do we have to get it right day one? I don't get it. I don't understand. Why can't we make some mistakes? Choose the wrong job when we're growing up. Buy the wrong car. It costs us money, but we learn, don't we? People, I'm not saying you should ignore advice, but if someone's hell-bent on doing something, let them do it. If they're doing it in their own way, let them learn from that. Massive generalisation, but yeah, just a pondering. Something I quite like to do. Anyway, that's enough pondering for today. I met the office neighbours yesterday. A lady called Claire they are a publisher too. Check that out. I was also introduced to Henry. So now the office is free of those little fluffy willow seeds that are impossible to sweep up. They were everywhere, but now it's not. It's nice and clean and tidy. Well, I say tidy. I've got some racking to get in before it's totally tidy, but we're pretty cool with it. Anyway, thanks, Henry. You're an awesome little sucker. My Splinter Cell skateboard hangers arrived yesterday, so I can take them. Let me show you one. These are awesome, right? Where are they? So they're skateboard hangers, and this is how they work. I don't know if you heard any of that. This is how they work. You've got a hole in the front, hole in the back. You screw right the way through and put that on the wall, like so. There's a groove in the top, a little dish. And this is the other part to the circle jerk, is what they call it. See that? And what happens is, let's get a skateboard. What happens is, these two, I think they're, what are they? Are they rivets of some sort? I don't know what they are. Some grown-up engineering thing. You get these two pegs. Remember, this is on the wall. There we go. So if you ever want to change the skateboard that you're hanging, you just lift it off, pull that out, put it into a new one, and hang it back on the wall again. Awesome, eh? Pretty good stuff. So 5 of those for 40 quid. And there's no drilling, there's only one hole that you need to drill in the walls. And quite a lot of the time, when you move into a new place, you've got holes already. So yeah, you can just bang these up. They're brilliant. So I've got 5 of those. I've got a slight problem though, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 decks to hang. Oh well, never mind. Hey, I also started changing my address for the business from my home address to the office address. That was a weird feeling. It was a bit like I was some sort of imposter, having a different address to run my hobby from, rather than it being an actual business premises. I really can't believe how things have changed since I made the decision to go all in on this. But boy, am I glad I did. I'm absolutely on cloud 9 with it at the moment. I'm under no illusions that might change. The last job I went into, loved it. I had, you know, the first couple of years, I guess. Well, I don't know, because I had a bit of a rough time. It's hard to judge, but I really like working with the people I was working with. So that wasn't an issue. It never was. The work was so uninspiring for me. I just had an itch that I needed to scratch, so I went and did it. Might be a mistake. Don't think so. You never know, do you? Anyway, must stop now. There is coffee to drink, and I've got a meeting with Simon at 10 a.m. today, which I'm really looking forward to. A Find Your Adventure meeting. Can't wait for that. And anyway, coffee. Scroll past the negative. Focus on the positive. Have an awesome day. Big love.